Evening peeps, welcome back to the channel. Tonight we've got round 5 of Next Gen Racing CHewitt Racing Mini Cooper Cup. So I think they have already got sort of qualifying underway. So we've got sprint format again for you guys tonight. I did see 8 in the lobby, let's hope they're all in. Pav, evening. So we've got sprint format for you guys tonight. We've got 15 minutes of quali and then we go into a 15-minute race. So we just watched Conrad Racing running wide there. And then second race of tonight will be a half-hour race at the same track, reverse grid for that one. The results from race 1 determine positions for race 2. So stick around. It's going to be some good racing. We are at the short circuit at Brands Hatch, so it's the Indy circuit. So we do cut off the back section of the track. Oh, we just watched Cutler running wide then. So currently holding fastest lap of a 50.0. You just have to let me know whether my sound's coming through all right or not. I had some issues with it the other day. I had to turn it all off and turn it all back on again. It was insane. So let me turn all the gubbins on. It's on. Okay, it's on and it's still on. All right. Cutler still holding fastest lap. Let's just stick with him as he comes around this last turn. Fine, let's go on board for a quick lap with NGR Cutler. So down the Brabham straight into this first turn, easy to run it wide. The exit of this into that sand there slows you right down. So back up the hill, full power up towards Druids, hard on the brakes, getting this apex. Again, got to just be a little bit careful on the exit of that. Then run down the hill, find your line into this next turn. I forget what that one's called. Graham Hill Bend, I believe. Back up here through Surtees. Before you go all the way through Surtees, you peel right here through McLaren, back into the Clark curve, and onto the Brabham straight again. So that's a lap on board with NGR Cutler. Let's see what sort of lap time he gets. This one wasn't a bad lap. 49.9, so there you go, fastest lap. Let's swap that camera back up. Potter McPot then second man. Second fastest currently, a 50.1 for him. Just about 0.2 of a second back from Cutler. Scarwall's in third, currently a 51.0. Just watch him running wide though. Pav 46 in fourth, 51.0 for him. Conrad Racing, he's been missing a couple of weeks, but he's back. He's on a 51.2 currently. So 15 minutes of this and then into a 15-minute race followed by a half-an-hour race reverse grid. So NGR Danzo, he had a 53.3. Big Z currently in the pit, so unfortunately Cuddles can't make it tonight. Zuzums can't make it either. So a couple of drivers short. Zuzums unfortunately working away, I believe. So while we're just running through this quali, let me watch NGR Cutler drift his little mini through there. So let's just bring up current standings as of round 4. Potter McPot then leading. So 134 points. Zuzim's in second. As I say, he has missed a couple of weeks. He had some good points on the board, but he's lost his lead now due to not participating for a couple of weeks. As I say, he is one of the drivers missing tonight, unable to drive due to working away. Cutler in fourth. NGR Big Z in 5th, Don Dotter 6th, NGR Cuddles in 7th, Scar Wars in 8th, Burnt Fry in 9th, and then Myla Tyler in 10th. And if we just flick through to the bottom of the order, we've got Conrad Racing. He is back tonight. You can see he's only down on 24 points. As I say, he's not been in for a couple of weeks, so he'll be hoping for good results to try and bolster that, get more points on the board for him. And unfortunately, Freddie Hewitt, he's had connection issues, so not been able to race, which is a bit of a shame. So that's standings as is. I don't know why we're on board with Cutler just sat in the pits. Let's have a look at Potter and Potts. How's he getting on? What's his lap times? He's doing a lot of 50s, 50.1s. To do anything near the 49.9 of Cutler. A little bit quicker. 46 chucked himself into third with a 50.3. Conrad Racing, he's on a 50.5 as his fastest. So it'd be interesting to see how he gets on with a couple of weeks out. Whether he can still get to grips with his minis. Brands Hatch is a bit of an awkward one as well. There's a lot of runoff. Easy to just dip a wheel on the grass coming through some of these turns and chuck yourself into, let's say, that sand pit there on the right now. So Scarborough's fifth. He's done a 50.5. 15 thousandths back from Conrad. Danzo's 6. No hot lap for him. I think he's left him come back. Biggsy's now out of the pits. 57.5 for him currently. So Potter's gone quickest then. He's done exactly the same time as Cutler, 49.997. But that does put him in first. I'm not sure how that's going to work out between those two. But Cutler is now back out of the pits. He's not having that. So racing mediums only in the first race. Second race they do have the option. Let me just pull up that. So we'll just stick with Cutler and see whether he can better that 49.997. Take that pole position back off Potter McPot, we'll see. So sprint race 1, 15 minutes. It's fastest first from this qualifying session. We are 9 minutes in. Let's have a look. Boost is off, slipstream is real, visible damage is on, mechanical damage is light, side contact damage is on, tyre wear none for the first race, as I say, and fuel depletion the same. So it's an all-out race to the end. So there are 2 lobbies running tonight. These drivers are running the 220 brake minis. The Pro-Ams, which are currently on Hunty the Punty's channel, they're running at 150 brake. I think they've got quite a full lobby still. Cliche, evening mate, how you doing? Do whatever you need to do with this on Discord. Make it magically do stuff. I don't know what to do yet. Busy stuff. So yeah, they only have racing mediums for this first race. As I say, reverse grid into race 2. Slightly different for race 2. So it's going to be half an hour. So reverse grid of race 1. Tyre wear's times 10, fuel is at times 8, and they only start with 70 litres. They can use any tyres between the hards, to say super softs there, but I don't know if they, oh yeah, they do use super softs. But at times 10, they're not going to last long. So let's have a flick through then. So he's not managed to get back into the 49s yet, Cutler. It won't be impressed about Potter having that first position with exactly the same time there, 49.997. But he is on provisional pole, as I say. Cutler on exactly the same time. Pav on a 50.2 in third. Still a little bit slower, but Pav's had good results this season, so don't count him out. Bigsy fourth. 50.3 now for Bigsy. Conrad improved a little bit, 50.4 for him as well. He was on 50.5. The rest of those laps have been penalised by the look of it. Scarwall's in 6th then, 50.5 for him, and Danzo 7th, 50.1. So hopefully next week we get a couple of the drivers back and fill these lobbies back up. They are talking about merging the lobbies. It doesn't always work. It caused a bit of confusion last season when they did it near the end after a few dropouts. We'll see how it gets on. If the lobbies stay full, we won't do it. I suppose I should be posting this link onto Discord, should I? I have got Discord, people. I've got Discord. What I don't know what it is. It's kind of a chat room server-y thing. Cliche made me do it. Made me do it. So you've got to do it, dude. You gotta do it, dude. I did read that message in your accent earlier. I can't deny it. So Pot just ghosting around then. So we are about 13 minutes into this 15-minute quali. Cutler getting ever so close, 50.001. He is penalised, so he's not able to count that lap. He keeps himself in second though. Pav's gone quicker again then, he's on a 50.087. He's looking to take that second position off of Cutler. Nice. Don Dotter's a late arrival to this lobby. He's got a minute and a half to get himself in his car around this track. They are only 50-second laps. But, I think he's going to struggle to even put a time in. Let's just hope he gets in the lobby in time. So yeah, just flick back to Pav, the livery he's rolling on his car. There is another car, unfortunately, that is being driven, or was being driven by Fredo, who's not in the lobby anymore. So the zebra stripes of the CHewitt Racing Mini Cooper Cup, and they've got the Panther, which is the Ford Ka. They've put it on the minis anyway. So we've got a few drivers just sitting the last few seconds of this quali out in the pits. Potter McPot still trying to better that time. NGR Cutler, he's still trying to better that time. So they've got 20 seconds left. They will probably get to run this lap out. Pav's also still trying to better that time. Everyone else in the pits. So Don Dotter is in the room. He's in the pits. Petri, evening mate. Petri, you know Cliche, Cliche, you know Petri. I think, yeah, he's from your channel, I believe. So Don Dotter just asking if this is quali. Yes, it is, Don. You're too late. He's rocking a great big dark smoker sticker on the back of his car, so I thought you ought to give him a lap head start in lap 1. So I don't see anyone else with a great big dark smoker sticker. So Danzo left the room and come back. Ultimate Park looks like he's just having the old practice start maybe. So we are over the 15-minute. I think we're just waiting for Danzo to get back in the room. telling everyone to go back to the pit. Should be that difficult to sort the lobby out. I don't know what they're going to do with Don Dotter leaving him at the back. I suppose he's not put a time in. Don't know whether anyone's been penalised either. Potter putting all sorts of indicators and hazard lights on, chucking himself off track back into the pits then. We'll keep on this view for a minute. So it should be long. We'll be into race 1, fastest first from that qualifying session. Just have a swig of fizzy brownness. Other fizzy brownness is available. So, Cutler giving it the big one. Everyone back to pit. He's still rolling around. Admittedly, he's ghosted. So Cutler just saying, let's go racing. 8 people in the lobby, short little track. This should make some good fun tonight. So 5 seconds left into race 1 of tonight. We're in. Let's hope it gives me a good... Is it going to give me a good camera angle? I know what this damn thing's like. One, it's going to give me... So that's your order. Cutler's in P1. Nice Potter pot in 6th. Don't know what's going on there. Here we go. It's not letting me do anything. It's not letting me go on board with anyone. I hate it when it does that. So the revs are up. Waiting for the lights to drop. I can't even see the lights from here. They're away. It's a good start by everyone. Not so much by Potter pot. He's dropped back down to 7th already. They're 4 wide as they head into the first turn. Pav making his way through that. Still 3 wide as they take the second part of that turn. Pav making his way through though, up into first. Cutler into 2nd position. Bigsy in 3rd. Oh, he's got Scarwalls trying to make a move down the inside. Scarwalls unfortunately unable to do that. He's on the wrong side of the corner into this one. So Bigsy keeps that 3rd position. Scarwalls 4th then. LA of cars behind. Conrad Racing leading that little pack. Potter and Don Dotter side by side then as they come through the first bit of Surtees. Side by side as they go through McLaren. Potter winning out up into 6th then. On a little bit of a penalty, dropping it instantly. Trying to. So Don Dotter's 7th. NGR Danzo a little bit far back already. 7.7 seconds. I don't know whether he's had a bit of contact or run himself wide at turn 1. Oh, but Conrad Racing's run himself wide at turn 1 as we just talked about that exact thing. Pav now taking the lead, 0.6 of a second over Cutler. He's closing him in pretty quickly. He's still there. Scarwalls and Potter and then up into 5th. Past Don Dotter. So Potter having a great start. He lost a place. He's looking to make him back up as soon as possible. A little bit of sideways contact between Potter and Scarwalls. Don Dotter drifting that mini as well in the background. He's kept it on track though. Conrad Racing, due to his off-track action in turn 1, is now down in 7th. 2 seconds back from anybody in front. Don Dotter, his closest rival. Danzo, 8 seconds back now. So Pav had the gap reduced. Cutler right on his tail as they head into Druids. Pav gets a slightly better run out though. So just starting to pull a little bit of a gap on Bigsy in 3rd. Potter McPot then pushes his way up into 4th position. So he's on an absolute mission then, is Potter McPot. Scarwalls in 5th. Don Dotter 6th, Conrad 7th. We've lost Danzo to this lobby. Hopefully he'll come back for race 2. Oh, he's left the room. Maybe not. So Pav and Cutler side by side as they head into turn 1. Very respectful driving between those two drivers. Cutler's going to have the advantage into Druids. He's got a good run, so losing that position then Pav, but he's got a good run out. Unfortunately, he'll be on the wrong side of the turn as they head through this one. To Graham Hill, again, very respectful between these two. Side by side running through some of those corners. Not a bit of paint swapped by the look of it. Pav then just sneaking through as they head into Surtees, taking that position straight back off of Cutler. That's a good move by Pav. Didn't quite see it as the camera swapped over. But that's allowed Bigsy to close the gap. Pot's right in this fight now as well. He's only a second back from the lead. So the top four starting to break away, 2.2 seconds. Scarwall's fifth. Dotter pushing him now down the track. 0.1 second back. You can see how close they are running through first turn. Dotter almost driving off-road there. So almost bolted to Scarwall's back bumper through that first couple of turns. They head down the hill. Scarwall's just running himself a little bit wide, but nowhere to overtake really through here. Sounded like Conrad Racing, he got it a bit wrong, but just putting those tyres under some serious pressure. So Pav then still under loads of pressure from NGR Cutler in race one then. 4 minutes in. Coming over the line. Start lap 6. Just half a second gap. He's managed to extend a tiny bit over Cutler. As I say, Bigsy's still there, Pot's still there. Top driver's still putting a little bit of time over P5 Scarwalls. Dotter looking to make a move. He's had to slow himself down though, unable to take that place off of Scarwalls. The minis are always good, cliche. The minis are always good. So Dotter then trying to push Scarwalls. He's got it a little bit wrong through there, Scarwalls. That's compromised him, so Dotter's going to be coming through here a little bit quicker. Is that going to allow him to take that position? I think it does. Scarwalls just hooked that inside line. It's not going to make it easy for Dotter, that's for sure. Conrad Racing slowly closing in on this pair, 2.17 seconds back. Not too bad considering he ran off just here a few laps ago. He's just dinked a wheel on, looking to keep that in a straight line. So Cutler back past Pav. Pav holding a big chunk of penalty there, 5 seconds. What have you done to deserve that, Pav? Still bolted onto Cutler's rear end. NGR Bigsy then coming under a bit of pressure. Pot now closed him in a tiny bit. So Dotter has got past. What's happened to Scarwalls? Scarwalls has got it wrong coming through Surtees and McLaren. So he was looking a bit sketchy through there last lap when Dotter was chasing him. I thought he'd gone off last lap. Oh, now he's handbraking it. So we'll jump back up to the front then. Cutler leading the way still. Pav 46 still bolted to his rear end. These top four aren't letting anything go. Pav's just got to drop that 4.4 second penalty he's got. So 6.5 minutes in. So Bigsy's still third, Potter in fourth. Let's see if we can go on board with Pot as he tries to chase down this pack in front. So you can see as he gets closer to NGR Bigsy, you can just block your sight into some of these corners. Oh, but Bigsy's got it a little bit wide. Potter's gone for a move down the inside. That's a good move by Potter. He saw the opportunity and took it. He's closing in on Pav and NGR Cutler. Pav losing a bit more of his penalty through there. That's a good move by Potter. He's closed in on Pav in front as well. So he didn't have a great start, Potter. He lost a place. He's down in 6th. I don't know why. He kind of qualified in 1st. Not sure what happened there. Possible penalty from last week. I'm not too sure. I didn't see anything. Now right on Pav's rear end as Pav himself is still bolted to NGR Cutler. Less than a second between the top 3, less than a second and a half between top 4. So let's come back out of this view, see what's going on elsewhere on track. So Big Z then losing out to Potter. Dotter, so 4.4 back. He's got a little bit of pressure from Conrad Racing then. Star Wars decided to sit this first race out by the look of it, and we've already lost NGR Danzo. So Cutler, I think due to Potter looking a bit dangerous on Pav. Pav's going to go defensive onto his lines, slowing him down, which is ultimately allowing NGR Cutler to just sneak off a little bit. Not so much now. Pav is still losing that penalty through here though. So he's only got 6 minutes to drop that. It shouldn't be too hard. He's putting in purple sectors as well as Pav. Cutler is currently holding fastest lap of the race with a 50.002. Side by side again coming through there. Almost 3 wide coming through there. Potter McPot looking to make a lunge down the inside as well as Pav went for a move on Cutler. So it's turning into a bit of a battle at the end of this one. Biggsy's still there in the background. He's only got to wait for one of these to make a mistake and he'll pounce. So Pav getting a good run through there. He's still losing that penalty and closing it in on Cutler as well. Potter McPot right on the back of Cutler now. He's looking to make a move down the inside of Pav. He's got a good run, but Pav's going to have the inside line into this next turn. So I know Pav and Potter drive quite a lot together, very respectful. They know how each other drive. But still manages to fend off Potter McPot currently, as is Cutler on Pav. Still nothing in it between these top 3. It's a half a second. Potter's almost got a nose down the inside. Change camera, damn it. He has, he looks like he's got the inside line into the first turn. So it's another good move by Potter. Pav going for a switch back on him though. Can Pav get the line into Druids? I think he's going to get it. So again, a little bit of door banging, but to be expected. But now Potter's got a good run down the hill. He's going to have the inside line into this turn. And currently keeps that position, although Pav's got a really good run out. Dropped all that penalty as well down to 2.2 seconds. Cutler's still within 0.6 of a second. Should just sneak away with it yet. 11 minutes into this race then, only 4 minutes remaining. So it's all out to the end of this one. So Potter McPot up into second. He's looking to make a bit of a move on Cutler. Cutler's able to fend him off though. Let's go on board with Cutler and have a look back at the melee of cars. Oh, he's run himself wide though. Potter's got a good run down the inside. A little bit of contact. Come back out of that. Has Potter got the line into that? He's not. He's had to back out. He's had to go a bit defensive from Pav as well there. So I thought he got a good run out. I thought he got the move done on Cutler, but apparently not. So that's just brought Bigsy back into this. So it's now Bigsy's just got past Pav as well. So I'm not quite sure how he did that. Looked like he just got it done through Surtees. He's looking to make that position back for Pav, not quite into Druids. Although he's run himself massively wide. He's going to keep the line into the next turn. Pav's just going to have to back off. Both drivers holding big penalty then, 3.2 and 2.9. He's just getting it a little bit wrong through Graham Hill Bend. Slowed him down and allowed Pav through. He's just dropping his penalty off as well. That's going to lose him more time. Pav doing a little bit of the same. Almost a second back from the fight up front. Potter McPot and Cutler, still a half a second between these two. Cutler's trying to drop the toe of Potter McPot. Let's go a good line through there, Potter. So just slowly seemingly coming onto back markers as well by the look of it. Let me just have a quick glance through the pack. So Pav in third then with that penalty, Bigsy fourth with his penalty, Don Dotter still holding fifth, he is still coming under pressure from Conrad. Close right in on him. And Star Wars now back on track. 7th place is a long way back though. So Potomac Pot, while I've been doing that, unfortunately I've missed him take the lead off of Cutler. Pav looking a bit dangerous on Cutler now as well, so it looks like Cutler might have lost a lot of speed somewhere. So at the end of this race, Potomac Pot's made a lunge for first position. NGR Cutler having to go defensive, just fending off Pav behind, still holding a big chunk of penalty though, is Pav, 2.5 seconds, he needs to get rid of that. He's got Bigsy, Bigsy's holding a little bit of penalty, he's actually got to be a bit careful himself, he's got Don Dotter behind, only 1.8 seconds. Managed to make a bit of a break from Conrad, 1.1 now, that gap. So I'm not sure whether Cutler had got it a little bit wrong through here, allowed Potter through, allowed Pav to gain the time on him as well. You can see the lead drivers there coming through in the background. Pot still leading the way into turn one. Cutler running a little bit wide. He has done, he's on the sand. It's not slowed him down too much though. He's very lucky there, Cutler. Was expecting Pav to come firing through. He didn't lose too much time there, Cutler. He's lost a bit to Potter, but he's managed to keep Pav behind him. But for how long? Pav is right on him now. He's still got to drop that penalty. Tighter lines through there. Pav's looking to get a bit of a switch back on him. Cutler's absolutely hugging that inside line then. Pav's going to have to cut the grass if he wants that. Potter then slides across the line for a handbrake. First place finish from him. That's a good race. NGR Cutler coming in second. Pav in third. Bigsy in fourth. Don Dotter fifth. Managed to fend off Conrad. He lost a lot of time at the end there. Conrad in sixth. And Scarwell seventh. As I say, we lost NGR Danzo as well. That's a shame. And then he left the lobby, so I don't think he's coming back for race 2. Yes, I've turned all my music off and stuff on the game, if it weirds people out. Just because copyright issues, don't you know? Because people still get gripped for PlayStation music, Gran Turismo music. Mad. So, let's go and have a quick look at those race results. Potter taking the win then. He didn't have the best start. He started in 6th, lost the position straight away. And then fought his way back up to take the win in that one. Cutler in 2nd. Having a good old battle with Pav 46 for most of that race. NGR Bigsy in 4th. Don Dotter 5th. Conrad Racing in 6th. As I say, he's had a few weeks out. So it might just all be a bit new to him again. And Scar Wars in 7th. We did have an 8th driver, but he disappeared. So we've got race 2 coming up in about 5 or 10 minutes. A 10-minute break, NGR Cutler says, so we've probably been about a minute of that already. Race 2 is slightly different. Times 10 tyre wear, times 8 fuel. Reverse grid results based on the race you just watched. So yeah, we'll see. So how is everyone tonight? Alright. So just having the lobby settings changed then. So people can now go out and have a blast with race 2 settings. Get a bit of a feel for the cars. I myself, I'm going to drink brown fizziness. Smoke. for kids. Oh, okay, it's times 5 fuel depletion. Sorry, I thought it was times 8. Ultimate Pot just asking why he wasn't on pole. That's a good point. I didn't think he'd picked up a penalty last week. I didn't see anything in any of the chat groups or. Cutler, you're naughty. So they had the same. They had the same lap times in quali. It was 49.997. The pair of them. For some reason, even though Cutler put the lap in first, it put Potter Pot into P1. Potter just asking why he's not in pole position. And Cutler just saying because he had a quicker lap. Still, that doesn't answer the question why Potter was in 5th. Answers on a postcard to who knows where. That's old school for you, isn't it? Answers on a postcard, but you kids don't even know. You kids, man. Look at this text voting competition. Answers on a postcard or a sealed up envelope. Bosh. That's how you went to competitions when I was a youth. So it looks like Cutler and Potter having an off-air chat about what happened at quali. Who knows? Cliche, what are you saying? Do the cars tunes or bop on? What tyres are they using, mate? So race 1, it was mediums only. Race 2, let me go and have a race settings look. There you go. So balance performance is off. So they are tuned up to 250 brake. It's not tuned as such. They're just allowed to take the brake up to 250 brake. The weight is set at 1050. That is the same in the Pro lobby. Sorry, the Pro Am lobby as well. The brake horsepower is different in the Pro Am lobby. That's only 150 brake, as these were last season. But they've decided to up the brake horsepower for the pros this season. And this race, tyres, they can use anything between racing hards and racing softs, super soft. Sorry. The first race was mediums only. So there's, if you think that's a little bit, there's a lot to play with there. You should see the GR3 League on Wednesdays. So after race 1, the top 3 drivers have to add 5, 4 or 3 clicks of extra weight onto their cars. Hunty, evening mate, how's your lobby going tonight? So Hunty's hosting the Pro-Am lobby, so go give him a check out, give him a like. Hunty, I think you know Cliche, Hunty, Petri, people, say hello, you know your things, do your stuff. But yeah, Hunty's doing hosting the Pro-Am lobby. So I don't know how many drivers you've got, a few more than us I think. I will come check out your stream later, mate. I'm doing my own right now. I suppose I could fire the old YouTube up, say hello. That'd be respectful of me, wouldn't it? Let's search for old Hunty. Here he is, live. Evening all. Evening Hunty. There you go. Bosh. Now I'm leaving, going back to do my other stuff. Go back to do other things. Hunty, not bad, mate. It kicked off a bit, but good racing. Just about to get the feature going. Yeah, we're only a couple of minutes away. Cutler's just saying get back to track. Alright, calm down, mate. I will. Oh, I'm not last. That's good. Yeah, it was a good racing in race one for the pro lobby. Top four had a right good punch up. There's a couple of little fights throughout the pack. Cutler's going to start shouting in a minute. That's 3 times he's asked everyone to get to track. So yeah, unfortunately no Cuddles tonight. He's unable to make it. I think he's late back from work. And Zuzim's unfortunately working away. So a couple of drivers I know are missing. Fredo as well. Like I say, his internet connection is causing him issues. So 3 drivers missing, which is a shame. Well, 4 now. Danzo's disappeared. So we're into race 2. Half an hour for you guys now. Tyre wear and fuel depletion is on. They only start with 70 litres of fuel. So strategy is going to come into this one big time. Last season, Cutler, he was pretty good on his fuel and tyre wears. I mean, the rest of the boys aren't, they're not in the pro lobby for nothing. So that's your lineup. Scarwall's in first, Conrad in second, Don Dotter third, Bigsy fourth, Pav fifth, Cutler sixth, and Potter McPot in seventh. Again, it's giving me the crappy view. So yeah, half an hour, revs are up, and they're off. Is it going to give me? No, it's not yet. Come on, damn you. Why would you do that to me, PlayStation? Right, so I want to go back to 7th place Cutler. So Potter McPot then making his way through the pack already. He's made up 2 places. Conrad Racing picking up a penalty. He's lost a place to Potter, nearly losing a place to Cutler. He's still stuck in the back currently. So just dropping his penalty off there a little bit, Conrad. So back up to the battle at the front. Oh, Scarwall's run himself a little bit wide. He's got a penalty as well, so just losing his penalty through there. Pav, on the other hand, has snuck his way all the way up, and he's about to take first place. He does do. He's got the inside line into the first turn as well. Potter McPot is slowly following him through behind. A little bit of contact between Pav and who was that? Scarwalls, I think. Scarwalls run himself a bit wide. Don Dotter's run himself a bit wide. They kept it on track though, both of them. So a bit fighty at the start of this one. Penalties being picked up. Scarwalls almost keeping it on track. So he's lost a pace. Potter McPot then from the back, straight up into P2. Almost bolted onto the back of Pav's tail already. Don Dotter third. He's got a trail of cars behind him. One of those being NGR Cutler. He finished second in the last race. Got Conrad Racing. He was at the back behind Cutler. Managed to get that place and keep it. But now he's fighting for that 5th position, trying to get Scarwalls. I'm not sure what happened to Scarwalls. He was just looking a bit squiffy at the start of that one. Started at the front. Maybe the pressure got to him. I didn't see any contact between any of the drivers. Bigsy at the back now with 0.2 of a second penalty. He'll be looking to improve on that, but he's looking to make a move already on Conrad. Makes a move down the inside, takes that position off of him, drops a bit of his penalty at the same time. So back up to this fight at the front. Potter then sneaking his way past Pav. He's got Don Dotter in third, bolted right onto the back of this pair. Cutler, he's not far back either, so only half a second back, closing right in actually through there. So the top 4 drivers, just 0.6 of a second between them. So the top 4 4 this time, starting to pull away a little bit. Slightly different top 4 with Don Dotter in there. But coming under pressure from Cutler though at the minute. Oh, Pav's run himself a little bit wide. It's just compromised Don Dotter, who's clipped Bigsy. He's managed to keep it on track, but he's clipped Pav on the way through. So unfortunately, Pav's been knocked down into 4th position. So that comes Bigsy under a bit of pressure from Conrad and Bigsy behind. Just allows Potter McPot to disappear down the road a little bit. He's got 0.8 of a second lead. It's been slowly brought down by Don Dotter though. So coming up into 3rd then through that little bit of contact between himself and Pav. Pav's still right on the back of this lot really. So it's all about strategy, well, and keeping it on track. That plays a big part in it. So Conrad racing slowly but surely, closing in on Pav a little bit. He's got Bigsy. Bigsy needs to still work his way past Conrad. So 4th in the last race. Was it 4th? Yeah, 4th in the last race. About that, we wanted to make most out of these 2 races if he obviously likes this track. Scar Wars unfortunately started at the front and now sitting at the back, 1.7 back from Bigsy, so he won't be gaining a toe at the minute. So back up to the front, Potter McPot had the gap closed, Don Dotter in 2nd then. Looking to run around the outside of Potter McPot. That's a brave move. Potter's just going to run you wide and keep that inside line into the next turn. He's got a good run on Potter. He's side by side with him as they head in towards the first bit of Surtees. Potter McPot, he might lose this position. He's had to run himself almost off track there to try and keep that. And Cutler's trying to sneak through on the back end of Potter as well. Quite able to do it, so Potter McPot keeps P1, Don Dotter P2, and Cutler slips it behind Potter then to try and get the toe. Oh, Don Dotter fires himself in between those 2 minis. It's 3 wide, Potter's run himself wide. I'm not sure if there was contact there. And Don Dotter slowed right down to lose his penalty. I'm not sure if there was contact between Potter and Don Dotter. It looks like it. Don Dotter slowed right down to give that position back to Potter, I think. There's still plenty of time for Potter to make his way through. As I say, made his way through in the last race into P1 from pretty much the back of the pack. So he's now coming under a bit of pressure from Conrad Racing. So he was leading this race, Potter. He's now just been nudged into 6th position. He'll be screaming and shouting, no doubt. Don Dotter there then. These 2 having a little bit of contact, so Don Dotter at the back. Both these drivers looking to make their way past Conrad Racing as soon as possible, trying to find their way back up to the front. Potter out on the mediums, so let's just fire ourselves back to the front then. Cutler's decided to come out on softs for the first stint. He's got quite a big gap over Pav as well, 2.1 seconds. Pav on the mediums, the slower tyre. In 3rd then. He'll be happy about that. He's managed to make his way past Conrad and Scar Wars. Scar Wars, who was running at the back, is now in 4th. So you've got Conrad and Don Dotter. Don Dotter's managed to get his way past Potter. So Potter now sitting at the back of the pack. Pav's a pit though. So he's out on a fresh set of racing softs. He's not taken on board any fuel this time though. So that just gives Cutler a great big breathing space. 5.1 seconds back to 2nd place Bigsy. Bigsy's tyres are looking absolutely mullered. Scarwall's then up into third. His medium's also looking mullered. Potomac Pot, so he's up into fourth position. His medium's not looking too bad actually, plenty of fuel on board. So these things will all swap about as people come in and out of the pits. As you see, Potter there up into third, Bigsy and Conrad in the pits, dropping down to the back of the pack. So what's the gap between Potter and Cutler? 7.9 seconds. 8 seconds then, okay. So Cutler's out on the racing softs, just holding about a quarter of a tank. Potomac Pot is on the mediums. He's also got a quarter of a tank. So he's on a slightly slower tyre. He will get the benefit of a tow off Scarwall's down the start-finish straight if he sticks close enough behind him. Unless he decides to pit early. Let's just keep our eye on this. A nice tight line through Clark Curve. He's stopping out there, Potter. So he's going to get the benefit of the tow off Scarwall's. It's going to allow him to close the gap a little bit on Cutler in front. Although Cutler's got absolutely clean track in front of him, I think. Yeah, that's by the look of it. Yeah, he's got no one to worry about in front. He's got 8.3 seconds gap behind. See if he decides to pit on those tyres yet. So Cutler comes in then. What's happened to Potomac Pot? Potomac Pot's got it wrong. He's lost a couple of positions. Pav and Don Dotter have got past him. So he's also into the pits. Let's get ourselves back up to the front. That's not the front what you're doing. So Pav then takes the lead. His early stop. He has got to come in again for fuel any second. Don Dotter's still rolling about on those semi-worn racing softs. He might be able to squeeze a couple more laps out of those if he's brave. He's got a fair old chunk of fuel on board as well, so Bigsy up into third. He's on the softs with a quarter of a tank. Looks like he's been in for tyres only. Cutler then, been in for tyres and fuel on the racing softs. Bigsy running a bit wide, maybe leaving the door open a little bit for NGR Cutler. Knowing he's going to get overtaken at some point, so Pav's in the pits, Don Dotter's in the pits. Where's Potter? So Potter came in the pits then. Half a tank, didn't show that earlier. Racing mediums. Up into fourth, trying to drop the toe. I don't know why he's swinging about like that. That's a bit interesting. So Cutler back up into P1 then. Bigsy in second. Conrad up into third currently. Again, only holding quarter of a tank. So he'll have to pit pretty soon. Pav on half a tank racing mediums in fourth. Potomac Pot only 1.3 seconds back from him. Scarwall's not far back either, only 0.6 of a second. Got Don Dotter trying to chase him down as well after his pit stop. He's gone for about 3/4 of a tank actually, has Don. Again, just sneaks down the inside of Scarwall's there. Scarwall's getting that turn wrong again. So up into sixth for Don. He's had a couple of good results in this mini championship as well. Came in second behind Zuzims 2 weeks ago, I believe. Couldn't tell you which track now. But dropped his penalty. He's right on the back end of Potomac Pot. So Potter in fifth, holding slightly less fuel on the mediums. Don Dotter on the softs, but holding a bit more fuel. So probably very evenly matched when it comes to the turns. Potter's got that one a bit wrong. That's allowed Don Dotter just to sneak his nose down the inside. Potter's managed to keep his foot in though and keep that position. Should have chuck it over to the inside. I think Don Dotter's a little bit too far back to make a move into turn one. So let's go back up to the front. NGR Cutler then leading the pack. 3.2 second lead over Bigsy. His tyre's starting to look a bit worn out. So he'll be in a lap or two's time with the fuel as well he's holding. Pav leading a train of 4 drivers then. So he's got Conrad Racing, Potter McPot and Don Dotter closing down on him. Conrad Racing's got grass tracking. Scar Wars has now left the room. So I'm not sure what's going on. Conrad Racing, he's run himself wide now through that last turn. That's allowed Potter McPot and Don Dotter through. Don Dotter's even might have his nose in front of Potter McPot here as they come down the start-finish straight. They are side by side, I think. Don Dotter's got his nose in front. I don't know, I'm still on Conrad Racing. Potter McPot's going for the switchback. He's not quite close enough. Now looking for a different line out of Druids. Again, he's not going to benefit from that. He's on the wrong side of the track for the next turn. So almost halfway through then. Potter McPot was leading this race. He's currently down in 6th position. Trying to fend off Conrad Racing, trying to get past Don Dotter in 5th. So Bigsy's in the pits then. So Pav up into 2nd. Again, he's holding that much fuel now. Cutler up in P1. So again, even more of a gap. 13.7 seconds to play with now. NGR Cutler's got. Pav up into 2nd. So he'll gain some more time. Don Dotter's his closest rival currently with the amount of fuel he's got on board and tyre wear. So Pav just starting to struggle a little bit, maybe. Got another pressure from Don Dotter behind. As I say, Don Dotter's been having some good races in these minis. Potter McPot in 4th then. Bigsy came in the pits. Conrad Racing's now come in the pits as well. Bigsy back out of the pits. 3/4 of a tank racing mediums. Just coming around the last turn. He's got 11.9 seconds. Get that place off of Conrad. So 12.8 seconds off of Potter McPot then. Gap going up. It's going to 13 seconds. So let's chuck ourselves back up to the front, see where Cutler is. 14.1 seconds down the road then, so he's not actually that far off of Conrad Racing and Bigsy. So we've just watched them come around the last turn. This seems to be where the action is. So Potter McPot up into 3rd. He's got past Pav. Dotter just making a bit of a break from those boys. He's got 1.4 second lead. So I think Potter McPot and we'll see Pav come into the pits first. I think looking at those tyres out of fuel. And then Potter will be in. Don Dotter's holding a fair old chunk of fuel. He's got just under half a tank. Soft's not looking too bad either. Unfortunately, we're down to 6 drivers in this lobby. Started with 8. Should have been 11 or 12. Still some good racing on track. Potter McPot and Pav still battling it out. Oh, Pav just getting a wheel on the grass. Sand, sorry. You saw the back end of that little mini step out. He's managed to keep it on track and in a straight line. Losing a bit of time to Potter in front though. Not that much. Gaining a bit more back through there actually. And then losing it all again. So Cutler, 12.3 second gap. He'll be happy about that. He's got a few laps left in his tank before he needs to come in the pits. He may come in early if he sees that gap come down too much. So he's only got 12.5 minutes of the race to go. Will he go for full fuel and a set of racing mediums? Will he go for half a tank and another stop later on? Who knows? So he is losing a bit of time to Don Dotter behind him. Gap down to 11.7. Don Dotter exploring the track limits there. So Pav's chucked himself in the pits. He's about out of fuel. Obviously Potter and Pot coming in a lap or two's time with that fuel as well. So we'll have to keep an eye on where Potter and Pot and Pav come out near each other, as well as Don Dotter when he comes into pit. As I say, Cutler will be in. Oh, so Cutler's in, then he clips the wall on the way in. That's going to slow him down a little bit. Is that going to give Don Dotter the advantage? He does just come around the last turn. So he is up into P1 currently. He's only got a quarter of a tank left, just over. And those softs starting to look a little bit worn out. So Potter and Pot is fuel gauge looking red. Tyres also looking a bit red. He's 4.6 seconds back from Don Dotter in second. Cutler's back out the pits in third, only 2.7 seconds back from Potter. Just gone for, he's gone for just over half a tank and racing softs, looking to run to the end then, Cutler by the looks of it. So Potter will lose that place to Cutler for certain. He's lost a bit of time to Don Dotter in front as well. Dotter stopping out for another session. He's, as I say, he's got plenty of fuel on board. Potter and Pot comes in the pits now then. So Cutler comes sneaking through. Where's Bigsy? Bigsy's holding plenty of fuel, just coming around the last turn now. Can Potter get out in front of him? It's Pav who he was battling with, really. So Pav's only come in, he's only taken in a quarter of a tank and racing mediums as well. Potter and Pot being released, then where does he come out in relation to Pav? So he does get out just in front of Pav, but Pav's coming at full race pace, so he sneaks past Potter and Pot as he comes out the exit of the pits there. Potter and Pot doing the right thing and staying over to the right hand side of the track. He's half a second back off Pav. Pav's not long been in, like I say, he's only taken on a quarter of a tank. Potter probably looking to run to the end on that fuel there, so Pav will have to pit later on. Don Dotter's now come in the pits, so Cutler back up into P1. Half a tank, pretty decent set of racing softs. Don Dotter back out. Where's he gone? Come back here, Don Dotter. Why won't you show me Don Dotter? There he is. So back out the pits in second then. So he's 8.8 over Bigsy in front. So that gap come down massively then. It was about 12.5, 13 seconds between Don Dotter and Cutler. Let's see if Don Dotter can do anything about that gap before the end of the race. 9 minutes left. Still time for anything to happen. So Bigsy up into third. He's looking to run to the end on the fuel. I don't think he'll get there on those tyres though. He's got Pav and Potter. Pav managing to keep that place so far from Potter. Will he keep it to the end? I don't think he will. Like I say, Pav will have to pit. His fuel running out pretty damn quick. Potter already looking pretty dangerous though as they come down the start-finish straight. Make a little move into turn one. He doesn't. He decides to stick it out, possibly into Druids. No, he's decided against that one as well. Conrad Racing, unfortunately now bringing up the back of the pack. 6.6. So he's had a decent race as Conrad. Even though he's now sitting in last position, he was battling it out sort of mid-pack. Having a good old punch up with some of the lads. Now finds himself without those lads sitting at the back. He'll have to pit as well. That's going to lose him more time. He's 7.4 seconds back currently. Oh, he's put wheel on the Sando. That's exactly what can happen. He's kept it in a straight line. Well held there, Conrad. So that gap has come down then between Don Dotter and Cutler. 6.4 seconds. So he's starting to pile the pressure on his Don. Cutler will be able to see that as well. 6.2. taking a second a lap out of him? If he is, that will bring him literally side by side. Oh, here we go. Unfortunately, Conrad Racing's now left the room, so we're down to 5 drivers. Currently got Cutler leading, 6.1 second gap over Don Dotter in second. Don Dotter is slowly closing him in though. He should win with that dark smoker sticker on the back of his car. An extra 10 brake horsepower for nothing. Potomac Pot then up into third. Pav in the pits, Bigsy in the pits as well. Fresh boots for a pair of these guys. Who gets out first? So Bigsy's out first. He's taken on board his fuel. Pav's still taking on board fuel then. Only 6.5 minutes remaining. So yes, he has got another second out of him. 5.4 seconds. 6.5 minutes remaining. So Don Dotter from second could potentially be looking to win this race. Possibly a little bit quicker through the back half of the track. He's got it down to 4.8, 4.7. Pot, unfortunately, is a little bit too far back. He is 14 seconds back. Bigsy's 10 seconds back from him, and Pav is 9.6 seconds. So big gaps developing on track. This is currently the closest battle, so down to 4.5 seconds then between Cutler and Don Dotter. Can Cutler see Don in his rear view? Just about. So down to 4.4 seconds. So can Cutler hold his composure to the end of this one? Will he get his flap on? Chuck himself off track. He's been pretty consistent from what I've seen in previous lobbies. So that gap coming down again. 3.8 seconds. You see Don Dotter visibly closer now. 3.5 second the gap. So the tyre wear on Cutler's car starting to come into effect now with those softs. A lot more worn out than Don Dotter's softs behind. So the gap down to 2.9. Oh, Cutler's just smashed himself into the pit wall. That's allowed Don Dotter to sneak through and take the lead. So Cutler will be coming in for tyres only and looking to get the faster lasting. He's only got 4 minutes 20 to do it. Unfortunately now he's 6.8. Oh, that's going to extend even more. 7.2 seconds the gap, so I don't think he's going to be able to get that time down in the time remaining in this race. Dotter was looking pretty fast on those worn out softs. As I say, he's only got 3 minutes 50 to do. It's about 5 laps. If he can hold those softs together for 5 laps without Cutler behind him taking about 1.2 seconds a lap out of him, he should be alright. But let's see. We'll see what Cutler can do at the end of this race on those softs. He is running quite low on fuel as well, as is Don Dotter. So you will see the gap come down with the same amount of fuel and the faster tyre on Cutler's car. Oh, that's going to slow him right down though. He'll be kicking himself now. He was slowly creeping down, getting closer to Don Dotter, but he's lost about another second. He won't be happy with that one little bit. He's got Potomac Pot 9 seconds back. He's on the racing mediums and worn out mediums as well, so no threat from Potter, I don't think. Bigsy in 4th, 12 seconds back from Potter, and Pav in 5th, 7.9 seconds back. So yeah, big gaps developing. Don Dotter then, looking to win this one. 2 minutes 30-ish remaining. Should get about 3 laps out of that, maybe 4 now. He's already at Druids. So Cutler closed the gap again. As I say, the times just ticked down too quickly, and with that little mistake, I don't think he stands a chance at all now. So possibly cursing himself that he should have stopped out. Just dealt with a battle between himself and Don Dotter, maybe come the last lap. Don Dotter's in the pits then. Don Dotter's decided to go for a bit of a sneaky one at the end. And fuel. I don't know why he needed fuel, he might have got away with that. Cutler might have to go for a splash and dash at the end. He's only got a lap-ish, maybe 2 laps possibly. So Don Dotter now 3.8 seconds back. He did just take on a little blip of fuel and a fresh set of racing softs. But they're going to get this lap and one more in. I don't think Cutler might cross the line before. Will he? Maybe, maybe not. He might do actually. He might cross the line before that. They get there, 52nd mark. Get one sneaky extra lap in. So Don Dotter might get a sneaky extra lap in as well. So they're over the line at 53 seconds remaining. So if they can get round in about 52s, they'll get another lap in to battle it out. Pot then, he's going to come round this last turn. Oh, he'll get another lap in. Yeah, so it's 2 more laps. Sorry, I'm thinking ahead of myself. They will get this lap and one more. Not Pot or Bigsy or Pav. This will become last lap for them. Pav just sticking it on the grass for no reason there. It's not finished yet, Pav. Got another 22 seconds. What are you doing? So it's back on between these two. 15 seconds. Can they both get across the line? Have a bit of a punch up at the end. So 6-5. They are both across the line. Don Dotter putting the fastest lap. He's looking for a lunge on Cutler on this last lap. He's got the inside line. Cutler's run himself wide in turn 1. Don Dotter then is going to take this win quite comfortably. So Pav, unfortunately, thought he'd finished. He's got an extra lap to do. He's now got Don Dotter right on him. Cutler is going to be absolutely kicking himself for that mistake there. Okay, Don Dotter may have well have taken him, but he would have liked to have happen on track, racy-wise, rather than mistake-wise. So Don Dotter then still battling out with Pav, even though the race is about to end. So a good race by Don Dotter, taking the win. Good points on the board for him. Massive great handbrake for a second time for Pav. Got Cutler coming home in second. Potts already crossed the line in third. Bigsy in fourth, and Pav, we've watched handbrake twice across the line. So yeah, shame we lost so many drivers in that one. Always makes for not so great racing if there's less people on track. It was helped by that being a short track, so always makes it a bit punchy, a bit fighty. But yeah, good racing nonetheless. It's a shame it had to come down to a mistake on Cutler's part to decide the win. That would have been good to see who could have fended off who around that last lap. Yeah, good racing by Don Dotter. Potton didn't do too bad either. Had a bit of a mare. He was at the back. Obviously was helped a little bit by a few drivers leaving. But yeah, came home in third position in the end. Everyone seems quite happy with the racing, that's good. So that's going to be about it from round 4 of the CHewitt Racing Mini Cooper Cup. I myself am back Wednesday 8:30 for the Team versus Team GR3 event. That is always a good event. I think that is, I forget where that's from this week. Oh, I forget. It's from somewhere. It's from somewhere. It's from a racetrack, and there'll be big cars racing around, going brum brum brum. You'll like it. That's 8:30 Wednesday. There are 2 lobbies of that as well. So I host the pro lobby, And we've got ADG on YouTube hosting the Pro-Am as well. I have said before there are 2 lobbies of this, so there's Pro and Pro-Am. This is the Pro lobby you've watched. Hunty the Punty is doing Pro-Am, so go check him out, give him a like, subscribe. Same with ADG with the GR3s. I'm back on Thursday night for P1 Boys Renault Megane Trophies. I forget where that's from as well. And then Sunday night for P1 Boys Super Formula Race. I forget where that's from. Lots of racetracks, and there's too many, there's too much, it's just all going on. So, you know what's coming up, you know what my itinerary is. I have started Discord. I don't know how it works yet, but I'll put a link in description. I'll put links in description to Next Gen Racing. I'll put links in description to CHewitt Racing page as well. And I'll put links in description to Hunty the Punty's page. So make sure you go and check him out. Like I say, I'll put me Discord in there. Come and say hello. Tell me how it works, because I don't know. And if I don't see you before, I'll see you Wednesday. You kind of know what's coming next. Tell your mates, tell your mum. My name's Dark Smoker. I'm out of here.